They say everything happens for a reason, but I suspect everything happens for a Reese's. Like this commercial break. Did you need 15 seconds away from music or 15 seconds to eat a Reese's? Perhaps it's true. Everything happens for a Reese's.
This podcast is brought to you by Colgate Total. We take oral health as seriously as you take sports. That's why Colgate Total Active Prevention uses advanced technology to help prevent oral health problems like cavities and gingivitis before they start. It's clinically proven to provide 24-hour antibacterial protection with twice daily brushing after 4 weeks of use. So get a winning routine and prevent oral health problems before they start. Shop Colgate Total Active Prevention at a retailer near you.
Miles was in the suite 2 Super Bowls ago.
Bacon just give me the business.
Dude,
That video is, when people saw that video, they're like, yo, what the did Miles do to that kid? And he just getting like prison punched for like 40 punches.
You got to protect them ribs, baby. Welcome back to New Heights, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, a Wondery show brought to you by Audible. For those of you that can't read, don't like to read, Audible, that's the app for you. We are your hosts. I'm Travis Kelsey. This is my big brother, Jason Kelsey, out of Cleveland Heights, Ohio.
yeah, baby.
Oh, Cincinnati Bearcat alums. Shout out to the Cats. Get a chance to get back on track against the other Cats, the Arizona Wildcats.
Come on, baby.
Subscribe on YouTube, Wondery Plus, wherever you get your podcasts, and follow the show on all social media at New Heights Show with 1S for fun clips throughout the week. Jason, as we always start off the show, please tell the people what we have coming up.
92%, we got another amazing episode lined up for you right now. We're going to recap week 10 of the NFL, talk a little bit of the out of the house from this weekend and in Lambeau, and Miles Teller. How about that? Miles Teller is here. Are you excited about that, Wyatt? Miles Teller's going to hop on the podcast.
Who's that?
Okay, see you later.
Great comedic timing, Wyatt. Great job.
Before we get into any of that, let's get into a little bit of that new news. New news is brought to you by American Express. That's right. Heights Hotline Holiday Hot Takes. That's right. The quadruple H. We're doing a special holiday edition of Heights Hotline for this month's bonus content. You can give us your hottest takes about the holidays, or if you need any advice about dealing with your family or anything around the holidays, really. Call our hotline at 929-399-7260. That's once again, that's 929-399-7260. We are bringing back New Heights mailbox as well. A lot of you have asked us about how you can send stuff to the show, so we decided to reopen our P.O. box in a location that's easier for intern Brandon to drive to. We're putting this in intern Brandon's hands. I don't know if that's the best thing.
Good luck, Brandon. We're
going to put the address in the description of the episode. So if you want to call, you can call. If you want to use snail mail, you can use snail mail. If you have fan art, different things you want us to try on the show, custom knives, whatever, you name it, send it to the P.O. box. Intern Brandon will determine which ones he wants to show us, because we probably won't look at all of them. But we'll see some of them, and then some of that
we'll see the good
group
stuff.
will make it on the show eventually. Look forward to seeing what the 92%ers bring there. Also, New Heights Tailgate is coming to Philadelphia. That's right. The first New Heights Tailgate in Kansas City was such a success that we're running it back in Philadelphia. On November 28th, you can spend Black Friday at the link, not just watching the Eagles, but with New Heights starting at 11 o'clock in Lot K. Travis Kelsey will not be there. I might show up. I probably will be there. Please don't tell anybody. It'll be the ultimate New Heights fan experience with food, merch, giveaways, a photo booth, a DJ, cornhole, field goal competition. New Heights Tailgate is completely free for any of our fans. Even if you're not a fan, if you just show up, it sounds like it's free. You don't need to sign up. You just show up. Capacity will be limited to first come, first serve.
Jason, you going to kick a field goal in Tim's this time?
I didn't want to do it the first time. I did that because I said something stupid, and I just wanted to support Pat McAfee, friend of the show, and awesome
all the
human
kickers
being.
get it. Yeah, all the kickers. Yeah.
Mainly Pat McAfee. And then I also, I think we can do some competition there. I don't know that it needs to be a field goal. I think we can figure out our own thing. That wraps up new news brought to you by American Express. Look forward to hearing from all the 92%ers on the phone, in the mail, and potentially at the tailgate right after Thanksgiving. You got to do something fun there. All right. Let's move on to out of the house.
Yeah, I got out of the house a little bit. I went over to New York.
You went to New York?
Yeah, I went to New York.
New York, or
New York,
upstate?
New York.
Or New York, New York.
New York, New York. Yes,
What'd you do in New York, Trev?
Just hung out, man. Put the feet up. Saw some cool places. Ate some great food.
Love
and,
that.
got to feel the big city and its electricity and its buzz that it's always got. And yeah, it's my favorite time right now as the seasons are changing to be around the Midwest and the Northeast. And yeah, it was pretty fun. Yeah, there's a picture here of me at Puffy's Tavern saying what's up to a couple guys, and met my guy Summit out for a drink and met some friends. Got some new friends that I know out in New York. It's cool to just kind of vibe around the city like that. I think that's one of my favorite things to do in New York is just to, be one with the city. Just kind of walk the streets and feel the electricity, feeling everybody doing their own shit, and then meeting a few new people on the way.
I'm with you, man. There's so much to do there. And I mean, I love just the public transportation. It's a shame that you're so famous that you can't do it now, Trav, because it is spectacular.
What makes you think I won't go down in the subway right now?
All right, let's do it. You and me. Next time we're in New York, we're taking the subway.
Deal. We did it in London. I'll do it here.
Did you come with me on the subway?
Yeah.
No, I did the subway. You didn't do the subway.
Me, you, Mom, I think Dad and Uncle Don, and I'm pretty sure we all did.
I love hopping on the tube. Big tube.
Dude,
guy.
I'm in.
Tube.
I'm in. See the next up and coming music artist or dance artist.
I mean, how is the subway not awesome? You get to breathe a bunch of stale air that's been recycled by everybody else who's also in that little congested train car. Maybe see somebody do something crazy. Yeah. I mean, there's never a dull moment on a subway, really. I mean, if you think about it, there's something happening at all times.
Going down.
If you're
People
ever bored,
watching is one of my favorite things to do. It is. I will go somewhere. That's another reason why I love New York. I love the people watch.
Dude,
just to see people doing some wild shit.
Yes. Yeah. On the bye, do you completely forget about football? Like, what are you doing on the bye? Besides going to New York, besides going to Puffy's Tavern, how are you approaching the bye week as a Kansas City Chiefs tight end?
That ties into it, man. You know better than anybody. You get so ingrained in the routine of things, and your days are set, your schedules are set during the season. And the bye week is just that. If you're fortunate enough to come out healthy and you can get away, I like to get away and recharge. Not everybody has the same feeling. And, there's a lot of guys out there that have families and they end up staying in town and all that. But I like to get away, recharge, see something else, see a new city, feel like I'm somewhere else. And kind of just shut it down. I'll watch the games on Thursday, Sunday, and Monday, but I like to kind of get away. Being in Kansas City for 13 years straight for 8 months out of the year, it's like, yeah, that can be a nice home for somebody. But at the same time, I'm somebody I got to move my feet, man. I got to travel. I got to see new things, visit friends, and I got to see a lot of friends and family out there on the East Coast.
Nice. All right. Chiefs headed to Mile High to take on the Broncos coming off the bye. Big game for the Chiefs, obviously. Broncos hold the division right now, as well as the top of the conference. So, Trav, what are the keys to the game?
I think right now the Broncos are playing so well together. You know what I mean? They're playing complementary football. They might not have a lot of games where they're scoring a lot of points and they're playing great defense, but at the same time, they're playing good complementary ball. And I think that it's kind of led by their defense. And then in those big moments, their offense keeps finding ways to win football games.
That's what great teams do.
And Bo Nix, man, we've said it on here before. It's like when the pressure's on, it seems like he just turns into a different guy. So it's going to be a 4-quarter, heavyweight battle. I'm here for it. I love these kind of games. Denver's not the easiest place to go in and play football, man. That altitude gets me every single time, and it may not make me play terrible, but it definitely makes a difference when you're playing up there. And I'm excited for the challenge, man.
Bo Nix, such a better quarterback when he's playing from behind.
It's a crazy stat.
Has it factored into your guys' head at all that maybe you should spot them some points and be the ones to come back from behind?
Chance. That's not how that works. No, nobody in their right mind is just like, all right, here, let's spot them. Listen, 13.
If we're listening to analytics,
the old Patty Mahomes,
statistically, it is the smart play.
Lead at half. Yeah.
Statistically, it is the smart play. It's like you're playing blackjack.
Analytics, yeah.
If you play blackjack with the Broncos, you got to let them bust. You got to let them get to 20, and then that they're going to go over at some point, and then it's all going to come crashing down.
I think we're going to try and start fast and finish even faster. I think that's going to be the key to the game right there.
It's probably a more tried and true method.
Jason, you were everywhere this week.
Yeah.
If you guys in the real world didn't catch it, you got Peyton Manning to be you, and you got to be Peyton Manning.
Little Freaky Friday action. Yeah, I wore a Colts uniform. We traded places in true Freaky Friday action. Yeah, Peyton approached me to do this tush push thing. I'm like, dude, I'm all in, man. Peyton's places. He does a phenomenal job
Fucking
at shedding light on the history of the game, some of the most awesome things around the NFL. It's truly just a joy to even be involved with this in any capacity. So shedding light on the tush push and doing this bit where Peyton got to feel what it feels like to be at the center of that thing on the bottom. Listen, you think the quarterback's getting this tush push? You just take a look at the center next time. It's a lot of pushing of that tush. Anyways, it felt weird in the moment when I was wearing the Colts uniform. It felt even weirder watching it. I don't look right in a Colts uniform. It just feels off.
No, it's because you're fat and you're wearing 18. That's why. If you had that old 62 on,
just going to say, I don't think I looked fat in this.
You would have turned into Jeff Saturday 2.0.
I didn't know I was so bow-legged. Look at how bow-legged I am.
But that's the thing. You're not.
I'm not?
You're slew-footed just like me.
Slew-footed.
You got your feet go this way, but it is a little bit of bow at the knees just because you got wide hips, though. That's why.
Is that what it is? Is the wide hips?
Yeah, the wide hips, it just makes it to where it doesn't look like your knees are like clicking.
I'm telling you, the only reason I look fat is because of that flak jacket. I got that flak jacket on, so I
no, you don't. It's not that you look fat; you look thick.
Look like a Jared Lorenzen.
R.I.P., dude.
The hefty lefty, baby.
He was so fucking fun to watch. Fuck, man. Jason, you went to Lambeau.
Sure did.
Peyton's Places on the old Omaha Productions wasn't the only place you saw some football or were a part of some football.
That's right.
Went to Lambeau on Monday Night Football. Took Ed Kelsey with you.
Dude, that was a blast.
Passed out some cheese curds at an ice rink.
I got gifted some cheese curds at the ice rink. I was skating around, passing them out. I was spraying snow on people by stopping really fast by the boards and getting ice on them.
Classic Jason.
We actually went out to Lambeau the day before and went and got a tour of Lambeau, Dad and I. Then we went to a supper club, big thing out there in Wisconsin. Went to Schwarz's Supper Club. Fantastic. I had the biggest prime rib. I think it was a joke by the kitchen. Like, there's no way this was an actual. But the waitress kept telling me that's a real legitimate serving. I was like, this is fucking preposterous. Like a dinosaur prime rib. Like, what the fuck is eating this kind of prime rib?
Jason Kelsey.
I tried. I couldn't get it.
Wow.
I will show you a picture of this. This thing is probably, I'm not exaggerating. It's probably like a 36-ounce prime rib. Like, it was this thick.
God damn.
It filled up the whole plate. Like it didn't even look like it was cooked. I was like, what the fuck am I eating right now? And it was delicious.
Nice.
Had an ice cream drink. And then, we skated around, went on GMA. I mean, it was all over the place. I don't know, man. Again, I just love cold weather people, man. We just talked about it with Canada a little bit, and Wisconsin definitely fits that mold as well. Yeah. There's just like I don't know what the fuck, like a camaraderie or communal aspect of people that have to go through that kind of weather. And it was cold this weekend. Where you like to drink, you like to gather around, you like to be in company with each other because you're all going through this shit together. I don't know, but it was fun. It was fantastic. It was great.
Hell yeah.
Awesome people.
How was Lambeau as a fan versus playing there?
Well, we did Lambeau last year as a broadcast, and I dressed up as Santa because it was for this Christmas game, and we gave out gifts. The tour of Lambeau was awesome. It was really special. They've done a great job, better than a lot of other organizations. I would say probably even better than like Philadelphia, of like telling the story of the history of the NFL and in particular the Green Bay Packers. There's pictures all over the place. They have an old piece of concrete that like Curly Lambeau and Vince Lombardi and all those guys used to walk across before they went out the field on the actual tunnel that the players go on. They all step across that piece of concrete and put the jersey on like every other Packer has before them. The way it started and the fact that it's the only publicly owned franchise in the NFL, right? There's not an owner. It's all run by a board of directors. It's a nonprofit. The owners are the fans. And it's a very special place. It's incredible to go see. They've done a great job of showcasing all this history. There's Heisman trophies, Vince Lombardi trophies. pictures, old newspapers. It's just, and then the stadium itself is from 1957, and they've added on obviously since then. But the tunnel that I walked out as a player is the same tunnel that Curly Lambeau freaking walked out of. And it's really, really cool to take in all that history and then go and watch a game there. It's an experience that you got to check out.
I'm telling you, football fans, if you have not done it, it is one of the coolest experiences and one of the most sacred experiences the NFL has to offer. And that stadium is worth every bit of going and experiencing, man. That whole town is. And
I got to shout out Diane, our tour guide. Diane was amazing. So much energy. Dad didn't wear his hearing aid, so that was a complete fucking debacle. But the whole thing was outstanding, and she was, I don't know, man, just a great person. And you could tell how big of a fan she was of the Packers and the NFL in general. So, awesome experience. Oh, I got to shout out Cheese Curd Nick. I don't even know if I'm saying this right. At the Stadium View tailgate, he told me to get his curds. He said they were the best curds in Wisconsin. Not gonna lie, they were fucking really good curds. I haven't had enough curds to say they're the best curds, but the best cheese curds I've ever had.
If somebody says Nick, I got the best anything, I'm going to try it.
Maybe Lot K, maybe. I can't remember. Anyways, it was a great experience heading over there.
Yeah. I mean, and to be fair, if you're fucking up cheese curds, you're fucking.
You just deep fried cheese.
You don't need to be making cheese.
But they were fresh. They were freshies.
Ooh, man, had a little stretch to them. All right.
Yeah,
nice.
Had some stretch, had a little squeak.
Sounds delicious.
So yeah, being out in Wisconsin was a blast. Had an ice cream drink. You ever had an ice cream drink?
A milkshake?
That's what I thought. It comes in like a little martini glass and it's got booze in it. Incredible.
So a milkshake with booze.
Kind of. I mean, it's one way to say it.
Dairy and alcohol for me doesn't sit well.
Over the course of the day, this is my day. I go to Lambeau, get a tour. We go to Legend Larry's, which apparently is a wing spot in the Wisconsin area. I eat chicken wings and fried food there. I have about 7 spotted cows because when you're in Wisconsin, you're going to drink a spotted cow or 2. I go straight from there, an hour drive to this freaking supper club after the 4 o'clock games end. And at the supper club, the first thing you do is the whole thing is you sit at one table by the bar and you order your food there. And while you're ordering your food, you're drinking alcohol, mainly old fashions. So I have an old fashioned there. Then we go to the table. I eat a prime rib the size of the entire fucking plate. All right.
Yeah.
And then I top it off with an ice cream drink. When I tell you my stomach had no fucking idea what I was doing, like there's just fried chicken, prime rib, ice cream drinks, beer, old fashioned. I probably took about 4 years off of my life in one day going to freaking Green Bay, Wisconsin and chopping it up with these. I had Jägermeister. A guy said, "Hey, you want to play beer die? We're playing beer die." And he's like, and loser buys. I lost. I was like, "All right, what do you guys want to do? What's a Wisconsin drink?" And they said Jaeger. I said, "I haven't had Jaeger in probably 15 years. Let's do it." My stuff, it was churning all sorts of different ways, but I'm not a bitch, so I handled it fine. But I was like, I don't know what the hell I just did to myself today. And I loved every second of it. Wisconsin. It was fantastic. That wraps up Out of the House. Let's move on to bowl topics.
Yeah, let's get into a little week 10 of the NFL. The Birds went to Lambeau, like we just said, and they snuck out a barn burner. Eagles 10, Packers 7. It was a cold game. It was a cold
good
night.
defense. Good defense.
It was cold that night. On Monday Night Football.
It was football weather is what it was.
Told the entire world about a beautiful story about a veteran and shine some light on it, man. That was Davis, very touching.
Marine.
Yes, sir. And as he got everybody ready for some Monday Night Football.
Yeah, it was an honor to be involved in that piece. I mean, and listen, I was teammates with Tyler Steen for a few years and was not familiar with that story that his grandfather jumped on a grenade in Vietnam to save the lives of 5 other Marines. And it was a special story to be involved with. And it's just crazy. You think about how many people's lives exist today because those men survived, how many, fathers were saved. And at the same time, Ronnie Davis left behind a 2-year-old and a 1-year-old daughter and a wife back in the United States.
You're becoming an unbelievable storyteller. Not that you already weren't, but it was. I thought it was very buttoned up, and you fucking killed it. And obviously, shout out to all the veterans, man.
Hell yeah.
Back to some football. Should we just fast forward to like a minute and 35 left, or what?
Yeah, I mean, I think. Listen, the Eagles had their first drive really good. They're getting down inside the 15, basically, and great strip by Edgerrin Cooper, great linebacker for the Green Bay Packers, and both teams played unbelievable defense in this game. And the Eagles, they got behind the sticks a lot with false starts, penalties, holding calls that kind of stalled out some drives. Got it going a little bit in the second half, and it really came down to the end of the game because both defenses stymied each other's offenses all game long. And it all came down to a 4-minute drill for the Eagles, trying to ice out the game. They're winning 10-7. And this is the big decision that everybody wants to talk about, right?
Yeah.
Eagles elect to go for it on 4th down. It's 4th and 7, I think.
4th and 6.
And they're on the 36, 35-ish yard line. And at this moment, before they come out on the field, I'm like, okay, are they going to kick a field goal or are they going to punt? Even when they put the offense out there, and I thought punt because I'm like, you don't want to give too good a field position here to Green Bay. Your defense has been playing well. It's cold. This is usually within Jake's range, but it's windy. It's cold. Let's just give our defense good field position and take this game out that way. But the Eagles put their offense out the field. I'm like, okay, they're probably going to just take a delay a game so that it's an easier distance for the punter to kind of put it up in the air and let it come down inside the 20. Yeah. And then they snap the ball. And I'm like, oh, shit, they're actually running a play.
Yeah.
And they try to hit A.J. Brown on a sluggo. Doesn't work out. Still don't really fully understand it, to be honest with you. I mean, I think the Eagles in general are one of the most aggressive teams, right? And Nick has been this way his whole career. And it's allowed us to win a lot of football games. I know it was cold. Typically punting, though, I wouldn't think that like that affects that. I mean, I know it affects the punter a lot, but you're not going for distance. You're just trying to kick this thing up there and get a little bit of field position.
Mm-hmm.
4th and 6, not a high percentage throw. They must have felt really good about it to make that call. But outside of that, thankfully the defense showed up and got a stop when they needed it. You know what I mean? They held them to have to try and attempt a 63-yard field goal on the other end. And they got out of Lambeau with a big victory against a really good defense. I came away from the game like, dude, even rewatching it, Green Bay's linebackers and their safeties and how they came down into the box, they played really well. I really think Jeff Hafley has done a tremendous job with that whole unit. They have players across the board, and they came to play, especially a bounce-back game for them for giving up the rushing yards they did to Carolina. They were fired up to play, and they played hard. They played physical all game long, and it was an old-school type of NFL game.
It really was. That's what it kind of reminded me of watching that thing, because it felt like you're in historic Lambeau on the biggest night in football, Monday night, and it's like you're just sitting there watching – two legendary organizations go at it for the 100th time. And it's just, it felt like that old school style of football, cold weather game. Guys are, plays are being made on the defensive side for the majority of the game. Finally, the offense gets going for a little bit in the fourth quarter. And it's like, oh, all right, now you got everybody on the edge of their seat and shit's going on 4th down. Everybody's going for it on 4th down. The Eagles had one where they're literally calling out the 4th down call on
Moro
defense.
Jomo.
Yeah, they're calling the play out before they stuff it. And you're just sitting there. You're like, man, this is old school football. And that Eagles defense had some help from their new star. Jalen Phillips, man, forced fumble recovery, 8 pressures, 7 hurries, and 6 stops altogether.
When he got traded here, one of his first sound bites was that it's like the greatest thing that's ever happened in his life. And I mean,
Jesus,
I know the aggressive statement, but for the Eagles, this might be the greatest thing that's happened this season so far is getting Jalen Phillips. What an amazing maiden voyage for the veteran defensive end, outside linebacker, whatever you want to call him, edge defender. He made his presence felt early and often. He was phenomenal all game long. We knew he was a great player. He picked up right away and came up huge for the Eagles. The Eagles are going to get tested. I mean, listen, they won in Green Bay, big game, and they got a big one coming up next week. Yep. Lions, Sunday Night Football. Their offense is functioning very well right now. I think they scored on every possession this past week against Washington. So they're going to have to come to play on offense this week if they want to win this one.
And that'll be a little Sunday night football action, playing back-to-back night games, prime time, baby, with a new play caller over there in Detroit.
Dan Campbell.
Dan Campbell.
Dude, the readers. I love that sideline pick.
He's so good, man.
The 4:00 games, it was like what? It was Lions, Rams, and who was the other one? Where it was just like, these are all going to be blowouts. These aren't even going to be close.
Every single one of them was just
and you knew it coming into it. It was like, all of these are going to be fucking
none of them. The Rams and
the Rams 49ers was the one where it's like the 49ers defense has been good.
All right, let's talk some other stuff that's going on around the league. Giants fired coach Brian Daboll.
Yep. Daboll is gone, making former Eagles quarterback and Chiefs coach and Jason Kelsey's friend Mike Kafka the interim head coach.
Coach Calf.
Coach Kafka was Mike Kafka, quarterback for the Philadelphia Eagles when I first got into the NFL.
And he was my QB
awesome.
Coach when
Great
I first
teammate.
got into the NFL.
That's right. Went over to Kansas City quickly and ended up having a tremendous career there as offensive coordinator. He's got some hardware from his time in KC. Won one Super Bowl there, and he's been in New York the last few years since Brian Daboll got there. Now the interim head coach. Can't wait to see what Kafka can do up there. So this is how it works. You know, Daboll was there for 4 years. They've changed over the roster completely, and the team just hasn't gotten better, right? They show flashes. Like it felt like 4 weeks ago, it felt like things were starting to turn a corner
when
they started getting Jackson Dart out there. Cam Scadaboo, it felt like, okay, this team's starting to have some confidence and find themselves. But, yeah, the graphics are all out there. They've blown a number of big double-digit leads that good teams just don't do, and really disciplined teams don't do. And, you know, it's not all Brian Daboll's fault. It never is. But when you're the head coach, you're the one ultimately responsible. Somehow the general manager's abstaining from responsibility over this whole thing to date. You know, Wink Martindale, the defensive coordinator, they move on from him a couple seasons ago. They move on from Saquon Barkley, famously last season.
Daniel Jones.
They move on from Daniel Jones. And all three of these guys have had success at their next stops. So, you know, the common denominator is like, hey, we've had players apparently that are good in this building that haven't played at a high level. So ultimately there's going to be change coming whenever that happens for sure.
Yeah. And it's a tough situation for our guy Kafka to come into, but he is one of the best football knowledge and offensive like gurus, man. I like when he was in Kansas City, man. Just hearing him talk ball and hearing him talk about how the offense needs to get going, I always was just blown away by it. And no better stamp of approval than his absurd stat line in college playing for Northwestern in the old 2010 Outback Bowl. The guy threw for 532 yards, 4 touchdowns.
Are you serious?
He was 47 for 78. In the air.
Oh my gosh.
The man threw fucking
78?
Yeah. And
did he throw his arm out? How do you throw a ball 78 times?
Good luck to Kafka and the New York Football Giants, man.
Yeah, good luck to Kafka. I will not say good luck, Giants. All right. Keeping it on coaches, Mike McDaniels. Little drive-by troll action. Let's take a look at this photo. After the Dolphins upset the Bills, Mike McDaniels might have been spotted driving by a Bills bar in South Beach. Can we get a more zoomed-in version of this photo? I mean, that's Mike McDaniels, right?
1,000%.
Is he trolling, or is this just on the way to his house? What do you think?
It might just be on the way to the house. I could see Coach McDaniels living down in Miami Beach. He's definitely trolling. He's dry. He's slow turning it. Got the arm out the window, staring right into the bar. Staring right into the bar.
I mean, listen, this is a big one for Coach McDaniel.
Yeah, it seemed like there's some people in the hot seat over there right now.
Let's keep it moving to Stamp of the Week. Trav, take it away.
All right, now moving on to Stamp of the Week. I mean,
Who you going with?
I mean, Dan Campbell had over 500 total yards with those glasses on, man. I might give my stamp of the week to those readers.
All right. I like it. Somehow still looks incredibly intimidating with glasses.
I'm not fucking around with that. Look at those. It's the traps coming out of the T-shirt that tells me I don't need to bark up that tree.
It's the red skin that just tells you that, like, his blood is just pulsing to, like, areas.
Waiting.
He's just waiting to explode with rage. Thick six. Let's take a look at this thick six, Brandon.
I've seen this thick six.
Is it good?
It's good shit. Anytime you see a fat boy running with the ball, it's good shit.
All right, let's see it.
Kind of think they could have blew it dead, but
oh, big boy. Oh yeah. No, that forward progression is not stopped.
They can't bring him down.
Are you kidding me? Oh my God. Oh! Dude, he landed hard.
He hit the ground hard.
Let me tell you, big boy is tired after that one. I'll tell you that. He just fought off even his own teammates. Like, how many people is he pushing and freaking, he just wrestled an entire high school football team. I'm definitely giving it to him. I don't even need to see the rest of these. I mean, Matt Stafford was tremendous. I gave him the Hemi on Monday Night Football. DeMarcus Lawrence had a couple scores for touchdowns. Jets offensive line celebrates offense. All right, I'm intrigued. Let me take a look at this. Just styling on him.
Oh, no.
Like, look at him.
Fuck.
That's pretty funny. It's really petty and like super unsportsmanlike, but it's funny as shit.
Them boys on the 2-game win streak, bro. Fuck it.
There is something different about like making a play as like you make a play, you get the dance, but getting somebody else the fuck up and then dancing on him feels a bit aggressive.
It feels like taunting to me, but
right? I love it though. As we've said, we are in favor of taunting as a podcast.
I'm fucking
we
so
are pro taunting. And it was also just good rhythm. I mean, he's a good dancer. I want to go to the club with him. Yeah, I'm going to go with the thick six. Shout out to Akeem Davis for an incredible defensive touchdown. Truly remarkable effort. I don't know if it's going to get better than that.
Yeah, I don't know if it gets better than that either. I'm always down to give a friend of the show some love, man. Matty Stafford went out there, went fucking nuts, has the most starts by QB before reaching.
It's a weird stat. He has
it's actually kind of a bun stat. It's really weird. Yeah. It's kind of a bun stat. It's very weird.
It's the most starts to get to 500.
Oh, I get it.
Of quarterbacks with that many starts.
Yeah. All right, cool.
Above a certain amount, they are almost all over 500. He just got over 500 as a career.
Well, as one Buns stats and Buns records holder, to another.
Many Buns
stats. Matty Stafford gets my stamp of the week. After 231 starts, Matt Stafford is finally above 500. He has the most starts by a quarterback before reaching 500 since starts were first tracked in 1950. He is now 115 and 115-1 overall record. So,
it just tells you how bad they were in Detroit. Like, they had some bad teams in Detroit.
Fucking guy's Super Bowl champ, baby. You can't tell them no different. Well, that does it for Stamp of the Week. Let's close this episode out with Miles Teller.
Yeah, I don't see why not. Our guest today is 6'1" actor from Downingtown, Pennsylvania. You might know him from his being on the Eagles sideline or dancing at Grateful Dead concerts. He just hosted SNL for the second time. You've seen him in big screen roles in Whiplash, War Drugs, Top Gun Maverick, and as the co-star of the upcoming film Eternity. 92%ers, please welcome Miles Teller.
Let's go.
Yeah, baby.
Let's go. Dude, SNL fucking rocked it. Absolutely fucking rocked it. Eternity absolutely rocked it. You're on fire as always, brother. Appreciate you coming on here, having some fun with this, man. How we living, dog?
Yeah, appreciate it. I was looking forward to that intro. That's like, because we don't, as actors, we don't really get much, SNL you mentioned if I'm doing a talk show. But, I'm so jealous of musicians and athletes because you guys just get that live energy and you feed off it. But after that speech, I'm ready to run through a friggin' brick wall.
When you got the great credentials, like dancing at Grateful Dead concerts, Jason just fucking hits those things, man. You just fucking get your chills going, baby. Have you always been a Deadhead?
For me, I guess I really got into them in college. I've always been into, classic rock and, Clapton, and I know you guys are big Stevie Ray Vaughan guys. Bob Seger, like that kind of stuff. And then when I was in college, I had a buddy be like, yo, we should go to this music festival. It's called Gathering of the Vibes in Connecticut. And once I was around, what I refer to now as like my people, I just didn't know it at the time. But once I got around that tie-dye and just the love and energy that they get from the band and that they give to everybody else, yeah, dude, I love it. I'm in tie-dye like probably way too much for a 30-some-year-old adult.
I'm with you, dude.
But those shirts are clean, though. I know you like my shirts, Trav, when I'm wearing them down in wherever we're at in the summer and stuff. I have some nice vintage.
Dude, you already know. Take me back, man. Take me back. I'm vintage with you, dog.
Yeah.
That shit's classic.
Well, let's talk about eternity. Well, actually, first, you talk about like intros. Whenever I'm on the field and the team's about to come out, I feel like I get like PTSD. Like I get like flashbacks of like playing and like goosebumps. Like I got to see Trav come out. I got to see the Eagles this past week. Everybody's booing. There's lights everywhere. It's like that moment right before the national anthem. And it's like, dude, it still is like a visceral thing. So I'm right there with you on the intros, man. That is one of the things I miss greatly.
You're not that far removed, man. And I don't know if you've ever seen when they show video of like Chuck Liddell watching a UFC fight. I mean, he's like, he's very much still in like, when he sees a dude like knocked out, I mean, you can see it in his eyes. Like he's very still in that world. The best. Oh my God.
Eternity. I never know how to like sum this up. So, okay. Larry, your character, Larry, is married to a woman named Joan. And the whole movie essentially takes place in the afterlife, and you have to choose your eternity. That's the name of the film. And I mean, I don't know what I'm allowed to give away, what I'm not allowed to give away. Do you want to?
I'm going to try not to give nothing away. Also, it's not a Marvel film. It's not a, Top Gun. I don't think I'm going to have a red dot on me if this thing goes a little sideways.
Sure.
But, yeah. The movie's called Eternity. My character and Lizzie Olsen's character, we've been married for 60 something years. And the movie more or less takes place in the afterlife. The rules kind of are that you get to choose your eternity. And we have some fun with it. There's like Smoker's World because cancer can't kill you twice. There's like infancy.
Studio 54.
Yeah, Studio 54. 1930s Germany without Nazis. Nudist world where it's always like the perfect temp for you. Yeah, you get to choose your eternity, but you only choose once, and you can choose to be with whoever you want. And so I'm kind of, ready to choose my eternity with my wife. And then turns out that her first husband, who's been waiting 67 years because he passed away in the Korean War, he wants to have his eternity with her too. So it turns into this fun, romantic comedy, kind of with a bit of this love triangle thing.
Dude, it was fantastic. Yeah, man. The trying to win over Joan and the entire who's going to be able to spend the rest of their life with them is just fantastic. It's funny. It is incredibly emotional. Like as somebody who's married,
it's a roller coaster of emotion, man. It's so fun, man. You guys get really deep. The how much fun you guys are having in the comedy aspect with the ACs, the afterlife coordinators, dude. That shit is fucking. You guys hit it on the head, man. I absolutely love this film, man.
Thank you. And also, I think it's like when I was a kid, because this movie's coming out, at Thanksgiving. You think of like those family movies that you would go to. There's kind of just old school throwback, kind of just make you feel good. And this movie, even though I do think it's like it was one of the funniest scripts I've ever read. I just found it really sincere and moving. And so I appreciate putting things out there that are, sincere, not just original and fresh, but, a movie that's not just there to take the piss. I mean, I think it makes you really think about your own life. And
hell yeah.
If you're in a relationship or, if you've lost somebody, it's just a really, there's a lot of like tears, I think, in this movie too. It's just, I don't know. I love it. I'm glad you guys dug it.
Dude, you pick great films. Better
dude.
than like anybody I know, man. I like, and this one in particular, like I can imagine like you're reading the script and it's just, it tugs at all the right heartstrings. It hits all these different themes. The character like arcs throughout the film, the way it touches on like a long relationship versus one that you had that ended. I don't know, man. It's fantastic. It really is. One of my favorite lines from the movie, Joan says to both you and her former husband, maybe the beautiful thing in life is that things end. And I just think it's a great line. And I know it wasn't like at a pivotal moment of the movie or whatnot, but it really struck me. And I want to ask you, like, would you want to live in one of these eternities? Like, I'm like watching the whole thing. I'm like, dude, I feel like if I was living in one of these eternities, like eventually I wouldn't want to live in that eternity. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's a tough, just like for eternity. That's tough. I don't know.
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah, it's funny. I was talking with, because Kelly, she's very, she grew up very religious, Catholic, and this, 100%. She believes in eternity and living forever, and your soul goes on, and really we're on life in this physical form to kind of learn lessons. But I don't know. I was chatting with her about it. I was like, yeah, no, for sure, that's great. I was like, but what if you just want to shut it off? At a certain point, like, what if you just want to stop having consciousness? You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, maybe I just want to, turn it off. But I think it's, I don't know. I was thinking about my perfect eternity, and I was saying mine would probably be like cul-de-sac world, where it's really just kind of like a middle America suburb. And I got like, family members that I never met or family members I did get to know passed away, and some buddies of mine that passed away way too young. And hopefully all my dogs, actual dogs, nice. Animals.
I was going to say,
up there, but just so we can all just chill in this little neighborhood. Yeah. I think it's not going to be something like some big grand gesture. It's just kind of an extension of life, and those relationships that I do think life, the most important aspect of it is really relationships, and those relationships that you kind of nurture. And
I'm with you.
That's what you're thinking about on your deathbed. I imagine it's not career stuff, any of that crap. I think you're just thinking about people.
It's kind of funny you mentioned the Thanksgiving feel of being around family, and how this film coming out around Thanksgiving kind of made you feel about that. I guess unknowingly, I feel like I genuinely enjoyed it even more, because I kind of put myself in the shoes of like, these are like my parents. These are my parents going back in time, looking at their best, feeling at their best.
Yeah.
I kind of put myself in those shoes and enjoyed the movie from that aspect. Like the people in our like age demographic, we're like looking at our parents in a movie about them, and how sweet and how crazy their past has been, and how it can even like meet up in the afterlife. It was crazy.
The creativity of what Afterlife was fantastic, and it was a new look, and it's something that I don't know. I don't think about it too often. I have my own thoughts on Afterlife, but it was something fun to think about, and like what's really important, and what do you value, and what do you really want to carry with you through life. So fantastic film. Well done again.
Yes, sir.
I mean, kudos. And I've asked you this before. Maybe we can ask this on podcast. How do you pick films as a blockbuster actor? What is your process? How do you, because I'd imagine the inbox is like,
I mean, it's
got to be bigger than my email of just like scripts and people that are reaching out. Like, how do you sort through that onslaught of opportunities and really get to the ones that ring true to you?
It always starts with the script. Although I will say, if you are lucky enough to always work with a great director, then that's going to give you a pretty good shot. I 100% believe, it is a director's medium. And when you're on set, there's a lot of people doing similar jobs, but there's only one director on any given set. It just shows you how rare that talent is. But I think, I don't know, for me, first couple years of my career, I think I had a pretty good idea of, I wanted to, show some range, and I knew I wanted to do my like college buddy comedies, but then I also knew I wanted to do some kind of something a little more intense drama wise. I I like to maybe some action stuff, but I think for me, if there's anything that's really kind of steering my decisions, it's probably just that I don't want to be repetitive. I've been doing it professionally now, I guess, for like 16 years. I started at 22, and now my audience, those people that saw me at that age, like now they're older as well with me. And so I just don't want to play down to them. I try and find things that I'm interested in. I just think I do have a wide range of interests.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff that I, am into. And I try and pick things that I do think are of quality, whether or not the movie turns out like that.
Awesome.
I don't know. Everybody's in it for different reasons, but for the most part, I enjoy projects that kind of push me a little bit. I think that's important.
You've been doing this shit for a while, man, but it's so fun to see you keep taking these new challenges. And this A24 film is out. Eternity comes out November 26th. Make sure you check it out. You're going to fucking love it. I guarantee it. But why don't we talk a little bit of your football love? Let's talk a little birds.
Let's go.
Now's the time. We need to know Miles' thoughts on the 2025 birds. What do you think?
It's hard to argue with the record at this point. Lost a lot of guys. On defense, that line, gets a little banged up. But I would say what I'm, I guess, most appreciative of, and it's kind of weird as an Eagle fan, but I just expect them to close teams out.
I know.
I really do. I think Jalen, that kind of just, cool hand Luke back there, his demeanor, I think in the beginning of his career was maybe frustrating for Eagles fans because we're a real passionate fan base and we want that quarterback. Maybe, when you're winning, it's all good. You're like, all right, cool, dude's unflappable. But then when you're losing, you're like, show some damn emotion, dude. But it's, Eagles have been, I think even under Andy Reid, he averaged like 10 wins a season, in all those McNabb years. Like there's been a couple of down years, but for the most part, I'm just really appreciative that ownership and those players and those coaches put a winning product on the field.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Almost year in and year out. And that's very rare. Trav, what you boys are giving to those Chiefs fans, that franchise just took off on a rocket with you boys. And now it's like, that's the standard. And I feel like as a, NFC guy, I feel like Eagles are that standard now. So it's just awesome to watch. I appreciate all the effort. I know. Can only imagine how much goes into it. Fans will never really know. So I'm just happy to be a part of the ride. And
to be honest, man, that's the one thing you see from the rest of the league is that from the top down, they are ran like a true like a top tier organization. When you go there as a fan, as a family member, I'm over here wearing the gang green when Jason's playing, and I'm sitting here. I'm like, man, this is a well-oiled machine. The family rooms, how they treat the players, how the players get embedded into that, ingrained into that city, from the top down, man. Without a doubt, man, Philly's organization's top tier.
And you just touched on the ownership. Jeffrey Lurie just got put in the Philadelphia Sports Hall of Fame. I think he's in there for contention to be in the NFL Hall of Fame one day as an owner. Certainly, the success that they've had since he's taken over has been incredible. And I'm just lucky to have gone to an organization like that. And, you mentioned Andy Reid. And, how many owners have been to, I guess, his fourth Super Bowl now with 3 different head coaches? Like that's – to retool and to be able to hit it again is pretty remarkable when you think about the career achievements that he's had in Philadelphia. And I just saw a stat. I think Nick has more wins than the last decade of Giants football. And you think about the turnover that New York has had. They just fired Brian Daboll. And I think they had 54 wins in the last 10 years. And Nick just surpassed him this past week. It's like, we've been pretty spoiled, no doubt about it.
Until you win that first one, right? It's like, oh, Philly, they're never get over the hump. And now all of a sudden, you were back in another one, and then you win one and this and that, and it's like can't even hear you down there, Giants fans. We're not even focused on you, dude.
Dude, I gotta ask. So I know we're talking birds right now. knowing you're a huge Phillies fan. You follow every fucking game. You watch every Birds game. You got to be a Philly through and through. Do you watch the Broad Street Bullies every game?
Yeah, when I just don't watch hockey as much anymore, but when I was in South Jersey, those early 90s years, like the Legion of Doom with Leclerc, Recchi, Lindros, Joel Otto, Gar Snow, Ron Hextall, like those were some badass teams. And I used to love it. But yeah, I don't really watch hockey as much. I mean, in Tahoe, I've gotten to know a bunch of those boys, especially Oshie when we're playing those baseball games.
I'm going to be so mad if I can't be yelling Schwarbombs this year.
Schwarbomb. Freaking do a lap.
Oh, gosh.
So funny, dude.
For those of you that don't know the context, man, every year we play beer drinking games in the back of the casino with the core group of guys, and the hockey guys are in there. We're always in there. And man, I'll tell you what, Miles is one of the fucking all-stars of that goddamn back room, dude. It's like the guy just goes unconscious, man.
I feel like I'm like kind of coaching too. I'm like setting lineup. I'm like setting the defense.
He's managing the whole
thing. Watch this sneaky little dude. He's got something going on right now. And yeah, it's so fun. It's fun.
Look at this guy. He's going to break out
the trophy. Yeah. Ocean's Table MVP.
Shout out to Oshie.
Oshie.
We had like that full Stanley Cup championship trophy, and I looked at a photo of me. I'm just like covered in booze. I was like, oh yeah, 'cause I drank out of the thing, and I just spilled all over me.
Tahoe, man, fucking electric. Where are we at here, man?
Trav, do you like playing on Thanksgiving? Is that as a football dude?
This is my first time playing on it, man. I've always dreamed about playing on it because obviously it started out playing in the backyard and just screwing around. Always had the turkey bowl around where we were with the friends and families. And I've always football and Thanksgiving, that's those two go together like fucking peanut butter and jelly, man. So I'm excited to play. We're in Dallas. So I'll hold it down for try and hold it down for the Birds fans out there.
You will.
Yeah, baby.
And get after the Cowboys, man. But yeah, dude, I'm excited. I'm excited to do it, and hopefully I'm eating turkey on the field afterwards.
But what you guys played on Christmas? Was that the
played
game?
On Christmas last year, yeah. Yep. That was a fun one too. I'm not gonna lie. It was a day game, so we were in and out of Pittsburgh, and we even played this year on Christmas. It's a night game against, I believe, the Broncos, who we got this week. So,
okay,
it'll be a fun one, man. I enjoy all the holiday games. I know it kind of takes you away from the family, but at the same time, man, you get something for the family and friends to watch, and you're always getting texts when everybody's around the family. Sometimes I'll get the picture of what the living room looks like sitting around watching, the Chiefs play. So it's awesome, man. I love every bit of it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's evident just watching you play too. I mean, both you guys, you could just see the pure joy. I would have loved to seen some of them backyard football games with you boys all.
Oh my gosh.
I bet it was a lot of moxie. A lot of moxie.
I would always make Travis be the ball carrier just so I could try and obliterate him. We play this game in the backyard where he'd be on one end and I was on the other, and he had to try and get past me.
I wasn't big enough to take him down, so I was like, all right, I just got to be the crash dummy here. And Jason fucking let out some of this anger since he was a 10-year-old with anger management problems.
We got to mention this. We were just talking about Tahoe. Are you aware of the bet that we have this year for Tahoe? You've seen us both play. I have a bet with Travis. If I don't finish in the positive,
Miles is going to be on my side 100%.
Of course, will you just let me finish? Will you just let me finish?
Oh, my bad.
If I finish in the positive this year, Travis has to dress as a Blue Man Group member on the podcast. If I finish in the negative again, I have to dress as a Blue Man Group. Who do you think is going to take this one?
I mean, I never play my best golf there. I've broken 80, I don't know, maybe 3-4 times in my life. I can play good golf. I've never finished in the positive there.
Dude,
I've hovered at like the end of 18. I've never even finished just around.
Yeah.
The single digits. And
I don't even think Vegas would put that bet on the board. You got to, dude, have it as, I would bring that bar down just a little. I would say like even if you just finish a round in the positive, that's a damn good round. You're probably shooting like 84 tournament golf.
Trav, are you open to redoing this bet in just one round in the positive?
honestly, I still feel confident about that, dude.
Dude, Osh's table. Oh, hey. What's
Hi.
up, girlie? Where'd you come
Ellie.
from? You saying hi? Oh, there we go. Nice.
Bye, Uncle Travis.
Nice. Thank you, sweetie.
Jay, is it a lot? I guess since being retired, and obviously I know you're still very, very busy, very active, but kind of getting to be home, I imagine a little more present during kind of the holiday season. That's got to be pretty sweet, man.
It's awesome. Yeah. And I think you just mentioned Thanksgiving. We're already gearing up with plans for that. And, Christmas isn't too far around the corner. I don't know. I'm around more, but it's more chaotic. When you play football, it's like very militaristic with the schedule. So when you're busy,
Structured.
when you're not.
Yeah.
Whereas now I feel like I'm kind of like all over. And in some ways it feels like even when I'm home, I'm getting pulled in other directions, which kind of takes it away a little bit. But yeah, I mean, dropping the girls off at school, being able to do that, pick them up. Yeah, for sure. I think that being around the family is where it's at. And I miss being around my football family. I'm not going to lie. Like I miss being around those guys, but being able to be around the kids, be around Kylie.
I'm sure. Yeah.
And I think he was getting to that because you're not playing a lot of golf, Jason. You're not getting better at that game.
Dude, I played golf once a week this year, basically. I'm getting
Once
better.
a week?
That's a lot, right? Is that not a
chance.
lot?
No way.
I got to go more?
Yeah, you got to. Yeah,
dude, I'm investing in a simulator.
To be in the positives.
I just got to get away from my negative shots.
I know those doubles can just gang up on you.
Dude, they can stack. Especially after a long night in the back of the casino.
That's right. Osh's table.
Playing baseball. He left all his good shots to win the MVP of the Osh's games, dude.
Well, that's the thing. It's like it's at altitude. You know what I mean? A lot of the time we are, after the round, we're all hanging out.
We're all hammering long drinks.
Yeah, baby.
Appreciate that. We're hammering some of them, the skinny finnies. Yeah. And then you're up at sometimes your tee times are like real early in the morning. It's like, yeah, obviously I'm not playing my best golf. I just went to bed 2 hours ago.
That's the best, dude. I fucking love Tahoe for that, though, man.
We got a last segment right here. We're going to get to it. We got to ask. All right, we're just going to rapid fire, ask some questions that we've always wanted to ask, and we'll get you out of here. Sound good, Miles?
Yeah, all good, dude.
Do Philly sports fans deserve the reputation we get?
Yes and no. There's a misconception there, but what I think people get confused about is that Philly sports fans are informed. When they're booing about something, a lot of the time it's not a physical thing. It's just maybe a mental error. We're passionate, but they also, that's their life. You meet a random chick at the bar, she can tell you 5 relief pitchers. Like, it's just a part of the culture. It's just what it is. So yes and no, but yes and no, and also who gives a shit?
Do you know anybody that has ever spent time at the jail at the vet?
Yes.
Very good.
Just a quick answer. I love it.
Yeah.
You're in the new Michael Jackson biopic.
Yeah, it's funny. I think people, because when I first got casted, it said like Miles Teller to star in Michael Jackson movie, and I think people literally thought I was playing him at some point. I was like, oh my God, no, dude.
I mean, you got the moves. That's why, because you got the moves, dude. They were like, dude, if somebody can moonwalk in this bitch like Michael,
I could see it.
I tell you what, his nephew who's playing him, there will never be anybody who will portray someone in a biopic that has, I mean, he's got a ton of that DNA already in him without even being a performer necessarily, but he trained for years 2-3 years before we ever even rolled camera, and this kid is going to light that screen on fire. It's
hell yeah.
Michael Jackson's greatest performers of all time. And to even be able to get close to mimicking him is really, it's almost impossible, but I think Jafar does it.
Awesome. You and Travis both starred in sequels to iconic movies.
Starred?
Yeah, that's right. Travis, just take it. All right. Is there more pressure working with Tom Cruise or Adam Sandler? What do you think?
Like starred? Stop it.
Absolutely, brother. Almost the same amount of time in between each sequel too. The Sandman's great.
Dude, Sandman is the greatest, dude.
Oh man.
But Tom is awesome too, man. I had the pleasure of meeting him on Tay's tour, man, and he's fucking awesome. It seems like he's a lot like he does all of his stunts, obviously, and he seems like he's very like, I don't know, like locked the fuck in. Not that Sandler isn't, but when I was on Happy Madison set, like it was a huge family. Like everybody that worked on the movie, the first movie 30 years ago is working on it now. Like it was. I would assume that Adam Sandler does it a little bit different. But how was it with Tom?
Yeah, man. I tell you what. Like I had led a decent amount of films before Top Gun, but after working with Tom, I approached being one on a call sheet just a lot differently. You kind of, not only are you focused on your stuff and making sure you're leading from the front, but you also just become highly invested in the integrity of the entire production. I mean, Tom really, in a lot of ways, he's got a lot of Southern gentleman roots, and that he learned from his mom. And so he knows everybody's name. He treats everybody with respect and kindness. But also, like what you're saying is that, especially usually on a Tom Cruise film, there's aspects of the filmmaking that are very physical, very technical, and everybody needs to be on their shit, or something bad could happen. So that attention to detail, he does not mess around with that. And honestly, I don't think I've ever met anybody who loves films, loves making films more than Tom. He's such a champion for it. And I learned so much from that guy. If he was on your football team, I mean, he's wearing that C, and he rises. Everybody rises just with his ability.
Yeah. What are the chances we see Rooster again sometime?
I hope very high. Yeah, that was such a highlight of. Dude. It just, that movie came out like right before we did Tahoe, and just seeing all that red, white, and blue out there, and dudes showing me their Top Gun tattoos and juicing me up. It was like, let's go. Yeah. I love it.
Yeah.
Was it easier hosting SNL the first time or the second time around?
Oh, the second time by like, it's not even quantifiable, dude. It was the first time. The first time, as you know, Trav, I mean, that week, everything is happening in such fast forward. You have nothing to relate it to. Even if you've talked to somebody who's hosted before, they can't even really give you all that much advice. You got to experience it for yourself. And I thought when I hosted it the first time, I kept waiting for Lauren to bring me aside and be like, "Hey, kid, like you got to pick this up," because I never felt prepared. And then
at all,
no. And then it goes by like
crazy.
that. But the second time I felt a lot more relaxed. I was like, "Hey, can those writers, can they come to the room?" And I'd be like, "Hey, maybe we switch this line, or something." And the first time I was freaking out, dude.
You already know I was on ice. That's just the best. I actually, I was lucky. I had Peyton Manning shot me a text and was like, "Listen, I know where you're at right now." It was like the Monday before I even stepped foot in New York. And he's just like, "I know where you're at right now. Just buckle up for the ride. Be there. When you're there, give it all your attention, all your effort." And I was just like, bro, at the end of it, I was like, that was the best advice he could give me, because there's nothing you could tell somebody that will get them ready for that. And I see the second time around, you were talking to the writers and everything. You have the credentials to do that. I don't have any fucking. I would still go in there, not say anything. I made one comment to change the script just a little bit. I was like, what if I said this? And they were like, yeah, that would probably work too. And I was just like, all right, noted. Don't ever bring that up again. Perfect. This shit was hilarious.
But with that being said, they are like the absolute best at what they do. Because I remember this last time, me and Marcelo had this sketch at the end we play like Italian waiters, and I'm about to go on in like a minute, and the writers come in, and they're like, yo, we just found out we got to cut 1.5 minutes from this sketch. And so they're like, all right, we're going to cut this. I said, yeah, but I need to get from this side of the table to the other, but you just cut that. She's like, fine. She's like, cool. I'll tell Marcelo to grab you on this line. And I love the high wire act now that I'm comfortable in it. But the first time I just felt like I'm going to be that first host that looks like a deer in headlights in front of, however many millions of people, dude.
Kobe Bryant said in an interview he was a big fan of Whiplash. Is this one of the best compliments you've ever received? Like, how'd you feel about that?
Dude, I'll never forget where I was at. I was at the gym. I was working out, and it came up on Twitter or something. I read it. So then I tweeted like a minute after reading. I was like, man, at Kobe talking about Whiplash, and GQ made my life's highlight reel, purple and gold, whatever, and tweeted it out. Like a minute or two later, I get a notification, Kobe starts following you. So I was like, damn, I got to send him a message. So I sent him a message, not expecting a response. He responded almost immediately. And it went from like exchanging, Twitter messages to him giving me my phone number. And I used to send him screenshots of me playing 2K, being like, I got to mess around. Like, that's amazing. Messed around, got a triple double today, dude. And he goes, good day. That's a good day. Kobe was the friggin'.
That's awesome.
Kobe was the man.
Oh, that's great.
We always ask everybody that comes on the show what their welcome to their profession moment was. Me and Jason asked each other what our welcome to the league moment is. We're going to ask you, what is your welcome to Hollywood moment? It could be good. It could be bad. It's just like a shock of like, oh shit, I'm doing this.
For the first movie I did, and I remember, so it was with Nicole Kidman and Aaron Eckhart, and I had just seen The Dark Knight very recently. So him as Two-Face was very fresh in my mind. And I remember the director right before I didn't know this at the time, but I guess the director told him right before we did this scene, he's like, yo, Miles is straight out of college. This is his first movie. Like, go off book, scare the shit out of this kid. And so
this is good. This is gold.
So Aaron, like, and Eckhart, man, like he can deliver rage in a way that really you feel it. And but I remember he's like yelling at me, and I just remember thinking in the back of my mind, like, this is so cool. Every Dan is getting on me. And I literally felt like I was floating above my body, that I was just like watching Nicole Kidman and watching Aaron Eckhart, feeling like I was like in a dream, just on a set with these actors. And then I heard the director yell cut, and I was like, oh fuck, I just fucked this up, because I'm not even in character, whatever. We do a couple takes, move on. And I remember going to my dressing room, giving myself a pep talk. And I was like, Miles, you've always thought about what that break moment is going to be. And if you want to have the career you think you're going to have, like, this is that moment, you got to fucking lock in right now. So it was great. But initially I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Dude, I can only imagine, dude. That is an awesome welcome to the Hollywood moment. Fuck.
Well, dude, that's all we got, man. Do you have any? You feel free. You want to ask us any questions? I don't know, before we wrap, or do you want to just go back to your life and?
This guy's insane.
Trav, when you got when you are coming off a bye, are you doing any kind of like study on your own, or does that shit, like, the coaches prepare, they kind of have it all lined up, and then once you get back in the facility, then you think about it? Yeah,
just shut it down.
Just shut it down. Relax.
I'll watch the games on Sunday, or like the Thursday, Sunday, and Monday games. But at the same time, I'm just like, let me just step away from this, recharge, come back in. And I kind of I self-evaluate every single week.
You're doing it.
So I kind of already know where we're at and like kind of where we need to be going and stuff like that. But the coaches do it from a completely like different like scheme aspect that I'll just get all that information when I come back into the building.
Do these seasons with you guys feel like repetitive, even though you feel like, man, this, I don't know, are we not doing this or whatever? Because with you guys, it just, until it doesn't, it goes through Kansas City. And I'm just curious if anything feels unique this year? It's all kind
I
of.
appreciate it. It's crazy because last year, it's kind of how you were talking about Philly this year. It's like last year we were winning every game at the end. Like we were finding a way.
Yeah, one
to get it
score,
done.
close ones. Yeah,
and it's been like I think like the 4 losses that we've had are all within 1 score games, and they're all like at the end of games. What happens? You know, a play here, a play there, and all of a sudden we're damn near undefeated. You know what I mean? Like when you really look at the grand scheme of things, like there's huge plays at the end of games that if it goes the other way, like we're in a completely different situation. So I think this year offense being able to put up 30 balls every game, and you know our defense always seems to figure it out with Spags and the guys over there. So I'm kind of looking at this season like our team I think is rolling a little bit more. We just got to be able to, you know, finish these games off like we were last year.
Jay, NFC. I mean, I imagine you're watching more.
Dude, I watch
games because with the analysts' work I mean, obviously we know how good the freaking Rams are. We saw it in the playoffs, and then we saw it this year with that blocked field goal away from them women. But and I feel like it's, you know, them, and I mean, is Seattle as good as their fucking record?
Dude, they're playing unbelievable. Their defense is low-key stacked. They got a lot of good players on their defense. Sam Darnold's balling out. It's one of those where I'm high on them, but I still got to see them do it in like crucial situations against really good teams, especially down the stretch. Like Sam Darnold was great in Minnesota last year, and they looked like they could do a lot of damage in the playoffs, and obviously it fizzled out for them. But there is something that I really like about Seattle. I do think the Rams, at the end of the day, are the strongest in the NFC West. I think we're right up there, man. I really do. I think it's Eagles. If I was going to pick 3 teams that I feel like are the most consistent right now in the NFC, it's probably Seattle, the Rams, and the Eagles.
Yeah.
Lions are right up there too, but they've had a couple games where it's like, I don't know what the heck's going on.
They got Dan Campbell calling plays now, though, baby. Let's go.
Dude, see with the glasses on? Just this
Dan
big
Campbell with the glasses.
freaking dude with the readers on? I'm like, God damn, that's a freaking look.
Why does the AFC East not fucking travel well to Miami? Even when it's not fucking like balls hot. Because even Brady, I think, only had like a 500 record or something in Miami. Like what is it?
It's the divisional games, dude. Anybody can sneak up on you, man. Even no matter what their record is. It's like these teams just know you so well, and they get fired up because it's divisional opponents, and you get to see them twice, and it's crazy. It's crazy how these things work in the division, man.
But you're having fun, Trev?
Man, flying high, baby.
Yeah.
Flying high, man.
Good.
Keep winning football games.
Yep. Fuck yeah.
Get this Super Bowl rematch like we all want, right?
They had it in there. Miles was in the suite 2 Super Bowls ago.
Yeah, I mean that Super Bowl 2 ago, fucking Bacon just giving me the business.
Dude.
That video is, when people saw that video, they're like, yo, what the fuck did Miles do to that kid? And he's just getting like fucking prison punched for like 40 fucking punches.
God, so
Bacon's fucking out of control, man. Fucking love that dude.
Fucking A, dude.
You got to protect them ribs, baby. You got to protect them ribs and the chin. That's some good shit right there, baby.
Holy
Hell
shit.
yeah. All right, boys. Appreciate you guys so much. You guys are crushing it on this show. It's fucking awesome to see.
Everybody go check out Eternity coming out November 26th, as well as the Michael Jackson biopic coming up soon, man. Can't wait to see that one. Miles, thank you as always for being a good brother, and appreciate your time, dog.
Absolutely. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Alrighty, that does it for Miles Teller.
How about it, man?
How fucking awesome is Miles?
Dude,
Great friend of the show.
No, I love reminiscing about Tahoe with him, man.
Don't forget to check out Eternity. It's in theaters November 26th.
Absolute banger. You're going to want to check it out.
Alrighty, that wraps up another episode of New Heights. Make sure you subscribe to the New Heights channel on YouTube and follow New Heights on the Wondery app or wherever you get your podcasts. You can listen to new episodes of New Heights ad-free right now by joining Wondery Plus on the Wondery app or on Apple Podcasts.
Once again, New Heights, a Wondery show brought to you by Audible, the app that just helps you imagine everything you could ever imagine. It helps. It actually makes you smarter, makes you imagine things. It tells great stories. And you don't have to read. You can just listen. Follow the show on all social media at New Heights Show with 1S for fun clips throughout the week. And thank you to our production team, the New Heights production team, for always making us look way better and making things so much easier for us. We love you guys. And thank you to the 92%ers. We'll see you guys next week after a little week 11 in the NFL.
Peace. See you later. Sayonara.
Don't read the comments, Jason. Just don't read the comments.
I know. You would have thought I would have learned at this
You would
point.
have learned your lesson after Canada got in your ass, but like here we are again.
I'm fine with Canada getting in my ass.
No, you weren't, because you fucked over Jake.
I just had to clear it. Apparently, sarcasm is dead. Oh, Canada.
Nice.
Our home and native land.
Nice.
True maple syrup and poutine for our face. We say hi. We
isn't
hold doors. We spend
Play
our
baseball
time.
so well.
They don't. Maybe they. All right, I'm out. I'm over it.
That should fix it. I think they're happy as hell now. Good job.
They'll be real happy about that.
Yeah, you crushed it.
Jim Carrey, John Candy.
There we go.
Yeah.
I think they got an Aykroyd in there. There we go.
There are some great comedians from fucking Canada. You would have thought they'd have a better sense of humor about this whole thing.
It's tough.
This is so good.
Jake, when you edit that, can you not fuck it up this time?
Yeah,
All right.
please don't make me look like a xenophobic asshole again. It's sarcasm, Canada!
They're not fucking around up there. They're not fucking around up there.
I mean, they are kind of fucking around. They fuck around a lot. We got to go up to Canada.
You don't got to tell me twice.
It seems like a very fun place.
I'm
I
in.
like cold.
Toronto's one of my favorite cities. I fucking love it up there.
Any place where people live in the cold, I'm usually a big fan of.